everybody, it's Maddie here. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can crochet this beautiful bouquet of roses. Crochet flowers are a really good gift idea because they're homemade flowers that don't die, which is really fun. And plus they are very pretty and they look great as decoration too around the house. Also, what's great about this project is there is no sewing involved because we're going to hot glue all of this together, which I love because I really don't like sewing in ends or pieces of things together. Let's begin crocheting. The type of yarn I'm going to be using today is going to be a medium weight acrylic yarn. I'm using this pink color, but you can make your rose whatever color you want. And then I'm also going to be using a 5mm sized crochet hook. To begin making your rose, we're going to start off by making a slip knot. Now, to do that, we're going to take this long strand and we're going to go ahead and cross it over to make a loop just like this. Once you have this loop, we're going to take our fingers and we're going to put it through the loop and grab the long strand. And then you're going to pull that through, hold both of these strands, and pull tightly, just like that. And now you will have a loop and a little knot right there. You can go ahead and put this on your hook, and then when you pull on the long strand, it will tighten up the slip knot on your hook. After you make your slip knot, we're going to go ahead and chain 48. To make a chain, all you're going to do is you're going to take your hook and we're going to yarn over and then pull this strand through the loop that we have on our hook. So just pull it all the way through, just like that. And that's how you make one chain. So let's go ahead and do that again. We're going to yarn over and pull through. So there's 2 chains. Let's do that again. Yarn over and pull through. So there's 3 chains. We're going to continue making these chains till we have a total of 48. So there's 4, 5, 6. All right, I just finished all 48 of the chains, and now we can begin on the next step. So after you make the chains, we're going to go ahead and make a half double crochet into the second chain from the hook. So if you look here, this is our first chain, and then this is our second chain. So we're going to work into this chain here, the second one. And we're going to do a half double crochet in there. To do a half double crochet, you're going to take your hook, you're going to yarn over, and then insert your hook through that second chain, right in the middle of the chain like this. And then you're going to yarn over again, and then you're going to pull out a loop. So pulling that strand just out of the chain, just like that. And now you should have 3 loops on your hook. From here, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through all 3 of those loops. Just like that. Now you've made your first half double crochet. We're going to put 1 half double crochet in each of the chains all the way down to the very end. So moving into this next chain, we're going to put another half double crochet. I'll show you how to do that again. We're going to start off by yarning over, inserting our hook through the chain, yarn over, and pull out a loop. So you should have 3 loops on your hook. From here, we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops. So there's another half double crochet. Now we're going to move on to the next chain. Again, to make a half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook through the chain, yarn over, pull out a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops. And now, as you can see, we have made 3 half double crochets. We're going to continue making these half double crochets in each of the chains all the way down. And these half double crochets will be our first row. All right, I just finished making all of the half double crochets in each of the chains, and now we can go ahead and start working on the second round. But before we do that, we need to go ahead and chain 2. So just go ahead and yarn over and pull through. So there's 1 chain and 2. And now from here, we're going to go ahead and turn our work. So that way we're facing the back of the stitches like this. Now for this row, what we're going to do is we're going to put 3 double crochets in 1 stitch, skip a stitch, 3 more double crochets, skip a stitch, 3 more double crochets. And we're going to repeat that all the way down. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to start off by making 3 double crochets in this first stitch. So right into this hole, right there is where we're going to be working that stitch into. To make a double crochet, we're going to go ahead and yarn over, insert a hook through the first stitch like this, yarn over, and pull out a loop. So you should have 3 loops on your hook. Go ahead and yarn over and pull through 2 of the loops, and then you're going to yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops. And that right there is a double crochet. Let's go ahead and make 2 more double crochets in this same stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook through the stitch, yarn over again, pull out a loop, so then you should have 3 loops on your hook. yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2. There's the double crochet. Let's make one more double crochet in the same stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull out a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through the last 2. Just like that. So once you have 3 double crochets in this first stitch, we're going to skip this second stitch and we're going to go right into this third one. And we're going to go ahead and put 3 double crochets in there. So starting with our first one, pull through 2 and pull through 2. So there's our first double crochet. There's 2, and there's our third double crochet. We're going to go ahead and skip a stitch and move on to the next one, and we're going to put 3 more double crochets in there as well. There's 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to go ahead and keep repeating that till we make it to the end of the round. So skipping a stitch and going into the next one, we'll go ahead and put 3 more double crochets in there. There's 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go ahead and finish that till we make it to the end of the round. Alright, I just finished making all of the double crochets all the way down the entire second row. And as you can see in the last stitch, I put 3 of those double crochets. So now that we are finished with the second row, we can begin working on the third and final row. From here, we can go ahead and chain 2. So we're just going to yarn over and pull through. There's 1 and 2. Now we can go ahead and flip our work. So that way we're in the back of those previous stitches we just made. For this row, what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 2 double crochets in the next, 1 double crochet, and then we're going to do a slip stitch. And we're going to be repeating that all the way down. So I'll show you how to do that. So starting in this first stitch, we're going to go ahead and put 1 double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook through the stitch, yarn over, pull out a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through the last 2. So there's the double crochet again. So there's your double crochet again. In the next stitch, we're going to go ahead and put 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So there's 1, and we'll go ahead and put a second one in there, and 2. In the next stitch, we'll go ahead and put 1 double crochet. And then in the next stitch, we're going to go ahead and make a slip stitch. And to do that, we're going to take our hook, put it through the stitch, yarn over, pull out a loop, so you should have 2 loops in your hook, and then we're going to put this loop in through this one, just like that. So just pull it through. And now we've made like the first little petal of our rose. We're going to go ahead and repeat what we just did all the way down, and I'll show you again how to do it. So in this next stitch, we're going to go ahead and put 1 double crochet, just like that. In the next stitch, we'll go ahead and put 2 double crochets. There's 1 and 2. In the next stitch, we'll go ahead and put 1 double crochet, just like that. And then to finish off the petal, we'll go ahead and slip stitch into the next stitch. So just into your hook, yarn over, pull out a loop, and then put this loop in through here, just like that. And now we have completed 2 little petals. We're going to go ahead and continue repeating this pattern till we make it to the very end of the third row. So in the first stitch, go ahead and put 1 double crochet, just like that. In the second, go ahead and put 2 double crochets. In the next stitch, go ahead and put 1 double crochet. And then to finish it off, we'll go ahead and slip stitch into the next stitch. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish that all the way down the row. Alright, I just finished the entire row, so I'm now at the very end, and now we can go ahead and trim our yarn. And you also should have done a slip stitch at the last stitch. So you can go ahead and just cut your yarn. I also like to leave a little bit of a tail, and then just pull your hook all the way out till the tail comes out, and then pull on that to make sure it's nice and tight. So now we have completed the rose little thing, which we will roll up later and glue together to make the rose. When you wrap it up, it will look like a rose. It'll look prettier once we glue it, but that's the idea. But before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how we can make the leaves that's gonna go around the rose like this. So grabbing my green yarn, I'm also using a medium weight acrylic yarn in the green. To begin, we're gonna start off by making a magic ring. And to do that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the tail end of our yarn and we're gonna hold that in our left hand. And then with our right hand, we're gonna wrap it around 2 fingers like this, turn our hand, and make an X with the yarn on top of our hand. And then I'm gonna hold this with my pinky, and then grabbing my hook, I'm gonna put my hook through this first loop here, and then we're gonna grab the second loop, and just pull that all the way through. Twist your crochet hook up, and then we're going to yarn over with this long strand here and pull that through our loop. Just like that. And then when you slide it off your fingers, you will have made a magic ring. Now I know making magic ring can be difficult. I do have a more detailed tutorial on how to make the magic ring, and I'll link that down below in the description if you're having a little difficult time making it, because I know it took me a while to learn how to make a magic ring well each time. Once you have your magic ring, we're gonna go ahead and chain one. So just yarn over and pull through. Just like that. And now we're going to be working 6 half double crochets into the magic ring. And again, to make a half double crochet, we're just going to yarn over, insert our hook through the magic ring, yarn over, pull out a loop, so you should have the 3 loops on your hook, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops to make a half double crochet. Let's go ahead and make 5 more half double crochets, so we have a total of 6. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over again, pull out a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just like that. Once you have the 6 half double crochets, we're going to tighten up our magic ring, but we don't want to tighten this all the way. You still want there to be a little hole in the center of it. That way we're able to slide this onto the stick that we're going to put our rose onto. You'll see when we get to that part. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to make a slip stitch into this first half double crochet that we made at the very beginning. So we're going to take our hook, we're going to put it through the first half double crochet, we're going to yarn over, pull out a loop, so then you should have the 2 loops on your hook, and then we're going to put this loop in through here. So just pull that all the way through. And then I'm just going to tighten that a little bit. After the slip stitch, we're going to go ahead and chain 6. So just yarn over and pull through. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After you make the 6 chains, we're going to do a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So to do a single crochet, we're going to take our hook, place it into that second chain, yarn over, pull out a loop, so you should have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through both loops. So that's going to be your single crochet. In the next 2 chains, we're going to put a half double crochet in each of those. So in this next chain, we'll go ahead and yarn over, insert a hook through the chain, yarn over, pull out a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops to make a half double crochet. Let's go ahead and do another half double crochet in the next chain. Just like that. And then in these last 2 chains, we're going to put a double crochet in there. So again, to make a double crochet, you go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook through the chain, yarn over, pull out a loop, so you should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2. So there's the double crochet again. Let's go ahead and make 1 more double crochet in the last chain, just like that. And now from here, we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch that's in our little loop here. So in this stitch right here, we'll go ahead and make a slip stitch. So just insert your hook, yarn over, pull out a loop, and then put this loop in through here to make a slip stitch. And now we've made 1 of the little leaves. We're going to go ahead and repeat this till we make it all the way around the circle. I'll show you again how to make the leaf. We're going to go ahead and chain 6, yarn over and pull through. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 6. After the 6 chains, we'll go ahead and make a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. In the next 2 chains, we'll go ahead and put a half double crochet in each of those. There's the first one and the second, and then the last 2 chains we'll go ahead and put 2 double crochets. Just like that. And then from here, we'll go ahead and slip stitch into the next stitch. So right here, we'll go ahead and make a slip stitch. And now we have 2 of the leaves. I'm going to go ahead and finish making these leaves till I make it all the way around, and you should have a total of 6 of the leaves. Alright, just finished making all 6 of the leaves, and I've made it all the way around. So after you finish that last slip stitch, we can now go ahead and trim our yarn, and then to fasten it off, we'll just pull our hook all the way out till the tail comes out, and then just tighten it. And now we've made the leaves for our little rose. So to put together a rose, I'm going to be using a stick that I found outside. Whoops. It looks like this. You can use dowel sticks or like the ones that look like this, but I just pick up stuff from outside because it works just as well. Your stick can be as long as you want it or as short as you want it. I try to make all my roses around the same height. If they're slightly off, it's fine because uneven roses kind of look pretty together. So once you have picked out your stick, we are going to need a hot glue gun, and I need to go ahead and plug this in so I can heat it. All right, so once you heat up your glue gun, we can now start putting together our rose. Just go ahead and grab one end of your like ribbon thing and your stick. And we'll go ahead and put a little blob of glue on the tip of the stick. That's kind of a big blob, you don't need that much. And then just go ahead and place it on the ribbon like this. And then I also like to kind of fold this piece in too, so to kind of get started turning. And then because I don't like sewing in the ends, I'm just going to be hiding this with glue as I am wrapping it, so that way I don't have to come back and sew it in later. But pretty much all you're gonna do is take a little bit of that glue, put it on the bottom side of the ribbon, and then just wrap that. And then you'll start turning it into a rose. So just take a little more of the glue, put a little bit of that on the end of the ribbon, and then roll it up. Just like that. And that's pretty much all you need to do. Just keep putting more glue and wrapping it up. It's pretty easy. And as you can see, it's starting to turn into a rose. We just have that much left to glue. You can also wrap it as tight as you want and as loose as you want. It just really depends on how you want the rose to look at the end. That looks pretty good. Ta-da! Once you make the rose, we can now go ahead and trim some of these pieces here. All right, so I just trimmed those two strands here. I didn't cut them all the way down because I'm actually gonna glue this in place so that way the tail like doesn't come undone. So I just put a little blob of glue right there, and then I'm just gonna fold that on the glue. And then grabbing our little leaf flower, it kind of looks like a flower to me. Since we didn't close up the magic ring hole all the way, you can put it through the stick and then just slowly pull that all the way up to the top of the rose, or the bottom of the rose. And then once it gets there, I like to pull on the tail and continue tightening that magic ring just so it stays in place up there. Just go ahead and glue that in place, and then stick your leaves there. And just do that around, and then just do that all the way around. And then with each of these leaves, I like to put a little bit of some glue, not all the way up the entire leaf, but just about halfway. And then I like to glue that onto the rose like this. It really just depends on what you want it to look like. If you like the little curlies like this, you can just leave it, but I like to glue it a little bit more. And then the last thing I like to do is taking this tail that tightened the magic ring, and I like to just wrap that around a little bit of the stem here. And to do that, all I like to do is just take a little bit of glue, make a little line of it down the stem right there, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap the yarn around it. And then I'll put a little bit of glue right there, take the stem, and make sure that is held in place. And then I'll just go ahead and trim whatever's left right there. And ta-da! You've now made a pretty rose. And ta-da, that's how you make some crochet roses. I really love this project. I think they're so pretty. I need to make more of these, so I have multiple vases full of crochet roses around the house because they're so pretty. My favorite color I made was the white one because I really love the way it turned out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to give this video a like and let me know down below in the comments what color you made your roses, and if you have any questions, because I love answering them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!